Education CS Ezekiel Machogu has today presided over the release of the Form 1 placement results for the 2022 Kenya Certificate of Primary School Education candidates. Form 1s are expected to report to their respective schools between the 6th and the 13th of February this year, with the learners joining grade 7 expected to report for their junior secondary schools starting the 30th of this month. Our reporter Faith Imani Mugo begins our bulletin with the following story.
The government has finally released the placement results of both secondary schools and junior secondary schools, exactly 26 days after the release of the 2022 KCPE exam results. Addressing the press on Monday, Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu said the ministry will partner with different stakeholders, including the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, to ensure easy transition and facilitation to secondary schools. This is aimed at ensuring the government achieves the 100% transition.
The government is committed to ensure that each and every learner progresses from primary to secondary school. To address barriers to secondary education, the Ministry will continue working with the Ministry of Interior and the coordination of national government to facilitate the enrollment of every child in secondary school. National administrative arms will work with the county and sub-county education officials to ensure that no child is locked out of secondary education owing to factors removed from their ability to access education.
To further achieve this, the school principals have been asked to file accurate daily returns on the status of reporting to schools. This even as the ministry is planning to use the NEMIS platform for efficient and effective management and monitoring of learners in the school system.
Ministry officials would be required to file accurate daily returns on the status of reporting to schools to ensure 100% transition.
CS Machogu says currently 14,000 public schools have been evaluated for junior secondary schools and more than 13,000 have met the academic standards required to establish junior secondary schools.
As of Friday, 13th January 2023, a total of 14,589 public and private schools had been assessed. Of this, 13,221 schools had been approved to host the junior secondary schools. I direct our multi-sectoral teams to work around the clock to ensure they complete the assessment exercise by the 20th January 2023 deadline.
In terms of placement, a total of 759,610 have been placed in sub-counties. From the numbers, 372,459 are female and 387,203 are male. In national schools, a total of 38,972 students have been placed. 18,794 students are female, while 20,178 are male.
If it breaks that down,
according to Machogu, head teachers will however not be allowed to charge any school fees for the grade 7 in all public schools. This is after President William Ruto directed the National Treasury to set aside 15,000 for every student to facilitate free learning in junior secondary schools.
In total, the government will spend Kenya shillings 9.6 billion for the runners in a junior secondary school this calendar year. It therefore means that no school should charge any fees for grade 7 runners unless such schools are reporting wings.
At the same time, the ministry has asked the principals and management board to design a special uniform to distinguish the 7th grade students from their primary school peers.
Although runners join grade 7 in the schools where they were enrolled in grade 6, there is need to distinguish the junior secondary school section